Can I come in, sir?
Please come.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yeah, take your seat. So you are Swastik Sharma.
Yes, sir.
Okay, from Bhopal, Madhya Pradesh.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And you are passed out from IIT Varanasi.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So what is happening in Varanasi?
Sir, in Varanasi, the recent happening, we saw the Kashi Vishwanath corridor, the connecting of Ghats to the main temple. So recently, sir.
And what other projects are
Sir, other
in
projects.
the pipeline?
Sir, the projects currently I'm
You are not aware.
not aware of.
Metro is there?
Metro, sir,
You are not aware.
no, sir.
Tell us about important civil engineering projects in the country.
Sir, one is the making of the new Parliament building, sir, Central Vista project, and one is proposed, sir, in the connection of the expansion of the trains in Kerala, sir. That is pretty much that is proposed, but in
Expansion of trains.
sir, that silver line project, sir, in Kerala. So, sir, one can be that too, that they are constructing new railway lines.
Okay.
And, sir, other projects, if I could talk about my city, sir, they are building the metros. So, sir, that is also going on. And,
So, if you see the prospect of civil engineering, it does not seem very good
sir, actually,
because you have only counted 2-3 main projects. Okay. So, what is that, say, infrastructure pipeline, and what are these Gati Shakti, Mission Gati Shakti? What are these?
sir, these are also the projects going on, but
You are not aware.
I'm not very much aware about it.
ठीक है. Okay. Madhya Pradesh, what are the World Heritage Sites?
Sir, one we have Bhim-Bedka caves. They are about the ancient, the tribal people that lived. So we have made all the arrangements that people go and visit there and
Okay,
see
Bhim-Bedka.
Bhim-Bedka
And
caves.
what else?
And sir, we have Sanchi Stoop.
Ranchi.
Sanchi Stoop also about all that. In Gwalior, we have some forts. In Bhopal also, we have Tajul Masajid and Taj Mahal Palace. So these are some of the sites, sir, that I can recall right now.
Okay. ठीक है. Major rivers in the country, can you tell us?
Sir, Ganga River, Yamuna River, Narmada River, Brahmaputra, and so major
Down south?
down south, sir, not
Western India?
the Western India, sir, don't know them geographically. Sir.
ठीक है. So,
Okay. Can you tell me, in India, what different type of tendering procedure are being followed?
Sir, contracts, sir, I'm aware about.
Yes, you tell me about.
Sir, the lump sum contract that we have and fixed cost plus contract, sir, and item rate contract,
Okay.
sir. These,
What is PPP model?
sir, public-private partnership model, sir.
What happens in this model?
Sir, here the government, the projects of the government are funded by the private organizations in various, there are very different extents to that, like...
What is the meaning here in public-private partnership?
Sir, here the government along with the private and organizations construct some of the projects.
Why public word is there?
Sir, because the projects are of public use, sir, I guess maybe because of
Okay, no problem. What are different type of estimates that be prepared? Suppose we are talking about a building project.
that. Sir, we have financial estimates, sir, and
We are talking about building project. Suppose we are posted in CPWD after selection. So for a building, you have to prepare estimate. What type of estimate are prepared?
Sir, for materials, we will prepare the estimates that what all materials we will be
There are
requiring.
some specific names for that.
Sir,
Have you heard about preliminary estimate?
yes, sir, preliminary.
What is that? How we prepare preliminary estimate?
Sir, whatever kind of building we are going to construct, sir, according to that, sir, what all floors we will have, or
Will you consider each and every item in this estimate?
no, sir, not each and every item. We will have a kind of a rough estimate about what all we will be requiring, sir. Not exact one, but what materials we will be requiring, how much quantity, like cement and all. So
What is salvage value?
salvage value, sir, it is basically the value of any building or any material in currently in use. So what is its present value that we can say is the salvage value.
Present value.
Uh, Sir, after the completion of its life, what value it still has, sir, that is the salvage value.
Just now you told present value.
Sir, yes, sir.
Okay. How to do valuation of a land?
Valuation, sir, we will have to, first of all, we should know what area the land has, and
Will you apply depreciation in this?
differentiation, sir, I'm not aware about.
You're not aware. Okay. What other subject you have prepared?
Sir, soil mechanics and environmental engineering, structural and analysis, sir, all these engineering subjects. Basically, all of the subjects I prepared, but mainly that we have these.
What is Carney's method?
Carney's method. Sir, sir, it is used in structural analysis for the calculation of reactions, sir, that I can recall, sir, for the column, sir. Sir, but
Calculation of reaction. Do you know about this or no?
sir, I have heard, but not
not
found
aware
or studied about it.
What are different other methods for analysis of a frame?
Sir, there are force methods and displacement methods. In force methods, we used the compatibility equations and the energy methods that we have, like Castigliano's theorem.
Draw a simple frame.
Yes, sir. Sir, currently I'm taking the
Keep it on the table so that we can see. Okay. Apply a UDL on the top. ऊपर ही रख लो, no problem. Right. And there is a sway force from this side. What may be the bending moment diagram? Just roughly, you tell me. Draw in this same figure.
Sir, it is not a symmetric diagram. I'm just trying roughly.
You assume anything. According to that, you draw it. Write sign plus minus. किधर plus होगा, किधर minus.
Sir, should I draw the curvature sign or
No, bending moment sign.
positive, negative? Okay, sir.
पॉजिटिव होगा, नेगेटिव होगा. So at the same joint, negative moment and positive moment both will be there.
Sir,
At
actually,
corner.
sir, here it will be a hogging moment only, sir.
So
Here it is minus only.
नीचे आपने उसमें तो माइनस लिखा है, प्लस लिखा है, प्लस लिखा हुआ है.
Sir,
How it
minus.
is positive in one direction and negative in another direction. How it can be?
No, sir, it should not be that.
Fine.
Swastik,
Yes, sir.
define hardness in water.
Sir, these are the presence of multivalent cations in water. So this property impart hardness.
Which ions? Multivalent cations.
Multivalent.
For example,
Ca2 plus, Mg2 plus, Al3 plus.
calcium ion and magnesium ion.
Magnesium.
Okay. How to detect?
Sir, we have some laboratory method like titration with EDTA as with EBT as an indicator, and based on the value of the titrant used, sir.
That is a laboratory method.
Yes, sir.
But for example, I have installed RO in my house and now I want to measure the hardness. How I will do?
Sir, not
Is it related to TDS?
total dissolved solids.
Is it related? Any relation?
No, sir, ma'am. I don't think so. Not one-to-one relation, sir.
Okay. What is the source of dissolved solids?
Sir, source, sir, when we take water from the ground, sir, then we have the dissolved impurities in that. We extract water from the groundwater.
Suppose if this is a water sample over here, it is not from the ground. इसमें कुछ dissolved solids हैं या नहीं?
Sir, after treatment, some are present and sometimes.
Some are there.
Yes, sir.
What is the source? कैसे आया?
Sir, since it is treated from the wastewater, once it would have been.
तो रिलेशन हो गया वेस्ट मैं डायरेक्ट ओरिजिन जानना चाह रहा हूँ कहाँ से आता है
Sir, all kind of human activities that because like the source it came in the wastewater, so that sources are the human interference and all the surroundings, sir, because of that.
only because of human interference
No, sir.
there is no natural presence of dissolved solids.
Sir, there is, sir.
You are saying human interference. Explain the relationship between alkalinity and hardness.
Sir, alkalinity is formed when the ions combine with bicarbonate and carbonate or hydroxide, while the hardness is caused because of these ions. And if we talk about when only temporary hardness is present in water, so in that case, alkalinity will be more than hardness, the total hardness. While if there is some if there is some permanent hardness also present, then alkalinity will be equal to carbonate hardness.
Okay, explain residual chlorine.
Sir, when we treat any water, the chlorine we use for the disinfection use or to oxidize some of its impurities. So we want some residual chlorine in our water after all the treatment so that it can cater for the future.
What's its concentration?
Sir, 0.2 to 0.3 milligram per liter.
0.2 milligram per liter. Okay. Explain Muller-Breslau principle.
Sir, which principle, sir?
Muller-Breslau.
Muller-Breslau. Sir, it is used for the calculation of the reaction forces or the shear or the moment in the structure or in any structure or beam. So, sir, what Muller-Breslau said that whatever kind of the restraint that we want to find out, if we give a unit displacement in its direction, then the shape of that structure will give us the ILD of that beam. And
Okay, draw a cantilever beam. Okay. Now draw the ILT for support reaction. This is linear or non-linear?
sorry, sir, I've drawn a wrong diagram. Sir, can I take 5 to 10 seconds, sir?
10 seconds you can take. This is the ILD for
The reaction.
reaction, and for the moment All right. Suppose we have a structure where degree of static indeterminacy is greater than the degree of freedom. Which method you will adopt?
Sir, kinematic method, displacement method.
Why?
Sir, because we have lesser unknowns in the displacement, so it will be easier to use displacement method of analysis.
Okay. What is Castigliano's theorem?
Sir, we have two theorems. Sir, if we differentiate the energy, the total energy, strain energy of a structure with respect to the displacement, if at a location we want to find the force and we know the displacement, then if we differentiate the energy with to displacement, we get the force.
Force. Okay.
And second theorem is reverse of it. Sir,
Okay. Okay. Fine. Explain stiffness matrix.
Sir, so in stiffness matrix, if we have a structure and we want to find the displacements at certain locations, we give the coordinate directions there, and then we construct matrix one by one. If we want to find the first column, then at the first location we will be applying a unit displacement or the unit rotation there, and with because of that, what all forces come in other coordinate directions, we will calculate it, provided we restrict other coordinates while finding the reactions.
Okay. What is difference between geotechnical engineering and soil mechanics?
Sir, sir,
Or both of them are same?
sir, I'm not sure about it, sir.
Fine, sir.
Swastik, how will you calculate discharge over a weir?
Discharge.
Suppose a channel is flowing over a weir, how will you calculate the discharge of that channel?
Sir, we have some methods. If we can apply them throughout the year, sir.
Which methods?
Sir, if we talk about we have area velocity method, sir. We calculate the velocity at a certain depth and then multiply it with. We basically divide the channel in a few segments and calculate the discharge of the individual segments and add it. That is the area velocity method that we have.
That is for any general channel. I am asking to calculate the discharge over the weir.
Over a year. Sir,
Is there any specific formula?
Sir, if that will depend on the structure of weir as well. Like if we have rectangular weir,
Let us say a rectangular weir.
sir, we have the formula of discharge Q equal to 2 by 3 CD A under root 2 GH power 3 by 2. So
What is CD here?
Sir, the coefficient of discharge.
For?
Sir, for the channel, sir, for discharge for that particular channel, sir,
For the weir.
for the weir.
For the weir. Now, generally, what is the range of values for the coefficient of discharge for a weir?
Sir, around 0.7 to 0.8, sir.
0.7 to 0.8.
Sir, 0.7 around, sir.
Can it be greater than 1?
Greater than 1, sir, not sure about the channel, but we have pumps where we can have where only I have studied so far that the coefficient of discharge can exceed unity. Otherwise, in the natural structures that we have, sir, it will be less than 1.
Now, if let us say in that channel flood comes in, then in that case the value of coefficient of discharge, will it exceed the value of 1?
Sir, it will exceed the value.
So you mean to say that the value of coefficient of discharge for a given weir will depend upon the discharge flowing through that channel, or will it be constant?
Sir, can't be constant, but it will depend on the condition, sir.
Now, foundation for a weir is constructed in the form of a floor. What type of material is generally used for constructing the foundation of a weir?
Sir, we can use concrete, sir.
Or what type of concrete? Plain cement concrete or reinforced?
Sir, can't use reinforced concrete because of the reinforcement present, or we will have to provide a particular cover for that. But plain concrete can be useful, sir, but not very sure about that, what kind of concrete we use.
Yeah, not very sure. Okay. Now, there's a theory of seepage known by the name of Khoslas theory of seepage.
Yes, sir.
Using that, we can calculate exit gradient.
Yes, sir.
Can you write down the expression for that exit gradient? That's correct. What is D here?
Sir,
Small
D is the depth of pile, the exit pile,
exit pile,
the pile present at the downstream end.
downstream end of the
Sir, the floor, sir, the
floor. And what shape generally do we provide for this type of pile?
sir shape.
You're not sure.
I'm not sure about.
And what is capital H here?
Sir, the head present over the where the effective head, sir, which is
Or is it seepage head?
sir. Sir,
You're not sure. Do you know how do we calculate this capital H in practical field conditions?
sir, I'm not sure.
That will be all from my side.
Okay. I think we'll close your interview. We'll call you for the feedback.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
So you should be ready about Swastik, I hope.
Yes, sir.
Symbol and meaning. Also, most of the national program, you should be aware. Okay. You have good personality, right? So I would say that on some of the technical aspects, that promise can be enhanced because you have a good personality, presentable personality, good communication, right? So basically, you need to leverage it, and you can only leverage it by making more preparation on content. Okay, so you have about 7-8 days. So I think that's the limited period in which you have to basically brush up in a targeted manner, so that wherever you are asked questions relating to that. So currently we are giving you 110, okay, but you can, as I said, you can reach up to 120, 125 easily, provided you work on certain aspects. Okay.
Yes, I also agree with that. थोड़ा सा टेक्निकल और इम्प्रूव करो आप, राइट? इन सम एरिया द आंसर शुड कम, मतलब एकदम फ्लो में आना
Flow
चाहिए. हाँ, वैसा थोड़ा सा रुका हुआ जवाब आ रहा है आपका. आप थोड़ी देर के बाद रिस्पॉन्ड कर पाते. वैसे थोड़ा देर पॉज लेने में कोई दिक्कत नहीं है, बट एवरी टाइम इट शुड नॉट बी देयर, राइट? बाकी तो ठीक है, आपका वे ऑफ प्रेजेंटेशन इज ओके, ड्रेसिंग इज ओके, बहुत ज़्यादा एग्रेसिव भी नहीं है, बहुत ज़्यादा दबा हुआ भी नहीं है. इट्स दैट इज ओके. वे ऑफ टॉकिंग, वे ऑफ प्रेजेंटेशन, दैट इज ओके. जस्ट थोड़ा सा और टेक्निकल नॉलेज
थोड़े
इम्प्रूव हो जाएगा.
रेडिएंट, मतलब थोड़े ग्लो आना चाहिए चेहरे
थोड़ा
पर.
सा serious
थोड़ा
लग रहा है.
स्माइल,
थोड़ा सा सीरियस.
सीरियस लग रहे हैं आप जरा.
जो कुछ ज़्यादा सीरियस हो.
थोड़ा सा expressions बनाएंगे ना,
नॉर्मल
better रहेगा.
नॉर्मल रहो, तो आई थिंक दैट विल गिव यू एडेड.
So as the structures portion was fine, but in the environment you got little confused. घर में कोई अगर TDS नापने आता है तो आपने देखा ना, छोटा सा डिवाइस होता है, वो किस प्रिंसिपल पे वर्क करता है? वो भी तो INC कैलकुलेट से होता है, और सबका सोर्स वही रहता है. जो आपका जो रहते हैं ना ऑयल्स होता है, आप ह्यूमन एक्टिविटी नेचुरली ही होते हैं उसके अंदर. सॉलिड्स, डिजॉल्व सॉलिड्स, ऑयल्स, ग्रीस, ये सब आपको नोट्स में सब लिखवाया तो हुआ है, वही सेम सोर्स वही रहता है. ठीक है, तो कंफ्यूज मत होइएगा. बाकी सॉइल आप बोल रहे हैं कि आपका तैयार है, लेकिन तो बेसिक सी चीज़ नहीं बता पाया. जियोटेक और सॉइल में क्या डिफरेंस है? जियोटेक इज़ अ वाइडर डोमेन, उसमें रॉक्स वगैरह सब आ जाते हैं. सॉइल वो सिर्फ सॉइल पे ही फोकस करता है. तो 3 सब्जेक्ट बोले हैं आपने, ऑलमोस्ट कह सकते हैं 60% ही परफॉर्म किया है. बट थोड़ा सॉइल भी फिर पढ़ लीजिए अगर नहीं किया तो. ठीक है, बाकी थोड़ा ज़्यादा सीरियस नहीं, अच्छा ही जाएगा.
स्वास्तिक, कॉलेज में जो मेजर प्रोजेक्ट रहा होगा आपका फाइनल ईयर में, वो आप रिवाइज कर लीजिएगा. उसके नोट्स या जो ऑब्जेक्टिव होगा वो रिवाइज करके जाइएगा, जो भी टेक्निकल डिटेल्स है शॉर्ट नोट्स के रूप में, क्योंकि वो टेक्निकल डिटेल्स आपसे पूछी जा सकती हैं. ठीक. और जैसा सर ने बताया कि जो स्ट्रॉन्ग सब्जेक्ट्स हैं उनको और ब्रश अप कर लीजिए. टाइम जितना है मैं फिट कर
डाउट है कि उसमें मेनली जो टेक्निकल एरिया में था,
Okay.
कुछ क्वेश्चंस
All
में
the
ऐसा
best.
हुआ कि मैं पहले
एक डाउट से पूछना था मेनली जो टेक्निकल एरिया में था. सर कुछ क्वेश्चंस में ऐसा हुआ कि मैं पहले बोला और फिर सर थोड़ा मैंने बोल दिया कि आई एम नॉट अवेयर अबाउट, आई एम नॉट श्योर. तो शुड आई नॉट गेट इनटू दिस?
नहीं, पहले आप सोच लो कि अगर आपको आता भी है नहीं, आप आधा अटेम्प्ट करके बोल दो कि आई एम नॉट श्योर, तो वो वेस्टेज ऑफ टाइम था. बस उसके पॉइंट्स तो मिले नहीं आपको कुछ, तो वो टाइम वेस्ट किया आपने. क्वेश्चन आराम से सुनो, नॉलेज बैंक में है, एक फॉर्मुलेट हो गया, आंसर 10 सेकंड में थ्रो करो, नहीं तो कोई फ़ायदा नहीं है, नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन लो।
Yes, sir.
आप वही चीज़ ट्राई करिए जो आपको आती है, ज़बरदस्ती अटेम्प्ट करने में टाइम वेस्ट है, उसमें कुछ नहीं होगा आपका।
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay.